You guys, we came in this morning expecting maybe Blaze would finally be in labor. And instead, there are babies here. She silently had her babies all on her own last night. So we are so excited, but I gotta go tend to these babies and count them. All right, you guys, what an incredibly insane morning it has been this morning. So we came out this morning expecting that maybe Blaze had finally lost her ligaments, meaning labor would be soon. And instead, what do we find? But 3 sweet little babies in the stall with her. They are precious, you guys. Oh my goodness. So we've got a sweet little girl with the cutest little ears that I have ever seen in a goat in my life, and her 2 brothers. Now Blaze is being a phenomenal mom, so thankfully there were no issues at all. She obviously gave birth really well on her own. She has been tending to them. She had them pretty well dried off whenever we finally got out. We gave them just a quick little blow dry just for the last little bits and to make sure everybody stayed nice and toasty warm. But she's been doing an excellent job mothering these 3. So we are super happy with them. We did have one little guy. I'll show you. He's got a little bit of an issue. This is pretty common whenever you have more than 2 babies in a litter. It's just a little bit jam-packed in there, and so sometimes they can't flex all their joints well, and so it takes them a day or so to kind of stretch out. And so this poor little guy was born with his back feet kind of curled under. And so we've got him splinted now, and he's going to start working on strengthening those legs so that he can stand up a little bit better. But he's been doing an excellent job. These splints keep his legs straight so that he's not, he was standing with kind of, for a goat, it's like the equivalent of being curled up on your knees. Like he couldn't unbend his leg, and so he was walking on his knees, sort of. And so we've got that splinted, so it's gonna be straight. Probably tomorrow, if not the next day, we can take those off. And all those, tendons and ligaments or whatever, the muscles that have not been stretched out in utero will be nice and stretched out now, and he'll walk around just fine on his own. Blaze had 4 babies last year, and so we had 2 that had the same issue last year. Actually, it may have been 3. It's crowded in there, you guys, and so sometimes they just need a little room out here in the real world to stretch out, and so then they're right as rain. As always, my sweet daughter did immediately name them, and so let me show you all of these cute baby goats. So I, of course, have no idea who was born first, as all 3 were out by the time we got out this morning. But first up on the Who's Who docket is Little Flame. And Little Flame is almost the spitting image of his mom and brother. So we've got Big Brother from Hi Blaze. Hello, sweet girl. We've got his brother from last year, and he has got just the same beautiful brown and white markings everywhere. Super cute frosted ears. He's so, so sweet. And he's polled. Super exciting. No more disbuddings. Other brother over here is Little Spark. And Little Spark is the one with the leg splints, but he's doing phenomenally well. We've already gotten him to nurse from mama, even though he's having a little trouble with those legs. He's been able to get milk and is gonna do just fine. So we're really excited about him. He is also polled. All right, and lastly, we have the little doeling, the little girl. This is baby Ember. And Ember is super pretty as well. She's got more of the white and then still some brown. So super cute, but oh my goodness. The ears are what kill me. You have got the cutest ears ever, girl. Oh, I know, raise them up. So let's talk for a second because this little girl is polled. Now, we have had 6 babies on our farm so far this year with our new buck, Elland. Now, Elland is not a papered buck. He's a Mini-Nubian that we got just from somebody local because, you know what, when I started out with goats, I said, I just want milk. I don't really care about papers. So we got a buck that was the breed we wanted, temperament we wanted, and I did like that he was polled. So we knew we'd get half and half babies, and at least I would only have to disbud half the kids we got. Well, here we are 6 kids deep into 2024, and I have not seen a horn yet. So let's do a little science lesson. So the way that polled genes work in goats is the polled gene is actually dominant, meaning horned goats actually have 2 recessive genes. The issue is, you would imagine that would result in literally all goats having polled genes, because if it's dominant, you tend to at least get the majority of the population being polled. But that's not how it works with goats. In fact, most are horned, right? And the reason is this. There was a study done a few decades back where they noticed that there was definitely a link between polled goats and intersex or hermaphrodite genes. The 2 genes are apparently really close on the DNA strands. And so as a result, sometimes the things go hand in hand. So the result of that study was everybody said, don't breed polled goats. When the reality is that there is an increased incidence of hermaphrodites whenever you're breeding 2 polled goats together. So it's generally not advised. But if you breed 2 polled goats together, you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting what's called a homozygous polled goat. That means that both of their alleles are that dominant polled gene. And it means that either allele that gets given to their kids is going to throw a polled kid. Now that's really, really cool. It means every single one of your kids is going to be polled. There may be a higher incidence of hermaphrodites though. So it's something to be aware of, be cautious with if you choose to do so on your farm. Personally, I'm pretty excited about having all polled babies this year. All right, for now, we're gonna let this sweet mama take good care of her 3 babies. Thankfully, it is a beautiful warm day here in Texas. It is the end of January and the high today is 70. I am so happy to live here where it's warm. It is so nice to have winter kiddings where it's at least 50 degrees every day. It's really, really awesome. Don't forget, we have more mamas coming soon to kid. We have another 10 mamas with their babies, and hopefully next time we won't miss it. So hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more of these goat births. We have more pig videos in the works as well. We have lots of fun stuff happening on the farm. So hit subscribe or like or comment. All those things really help out our channel and help us in our effort to help save the critically endangered Meishan pig breed. Thank you guys so much for watching.